What is up, Jeff and Scott? It's your boy, Ethan, from the In the Marbles with Soda and Ethan podcast. Wanting to stop by. Congratulations on 500 incredible episodes. Thank you for 500 consecutive weeks of not missing a single week of your show. Man, I'm telling you, Fullyposeable. I think I started listening to you guys, I think on episode 4. I went back and listened to the other 3 episodes, and I have been riding this train ever since. A lot of change in my life since I started listening to you guys. It's so incredible to feel like I've known you guys my whole entire life, and for you guys to open this door of normalcy, of normal people like me to start a podcast. You guys deserve all the praise. Building and creating such an amazing group of people who all have the same interest with wrestling action figures. It's incredible. You guys are incredible. The show is incredible, and I am super thankful to be a part of it. I cannot wait to listen to the next 500 episodes. And as always, peace, love, and all the above.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is
Scott.
Hey, yo. Is that his younger brother? It's gonna be
Jeff.
The cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
And you're listening to
all of the great action figures from our good friends at Hasbro.
The Fullyposeable.
Have your own WrestleMania with all your favorite figures.
Wrestling figure.
Each sold separately from LJN.
Podcast.
And we are the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling.
Hey, welcome to episode 500 of the Wrestling Figure Podcast.
Of the what?
I botched the beginning. Oh, no. Sorry, it's not my normal spiel. I don't know what to do. What do I do with my hands? Sorry, Fullyposeable Wrestling Figure Podcast.
That's a hell of a way to start off a monumental episode, dude. That's great.
That's the way. Hey, you know what? That's the way we're going to do it on this episode, man. It's 500 episodes. We're going to have some mess ups here and there because we're drunk. So it's okay. Right? We're drunk.
That was your special gift to the listeners for episode 500 is you did 3 shots right before we started recording.
Yeah, exactly. But my name is Jeff, and sitting alongside next to me is my real life brother, not storyline brother, Scott. Scott, say hello.
Hello.
Also, this is the longest running episodic wrestling figure podcast going today. I'm just all over the place at the beginning. I don't care.
Do you want to just hit like reset?
No.
Like Nintendo, like take the cartridge out, blow it off, put it back in, hit the power button again.
No, I failed, and I'm going to exploit my failures.
Okay, we're just going to run with it, folks. That's what we're doing tonight.
Would you prefer if I started it all over?
I mean, just for the sake of people who like know it by rote, like Road Dogg sing along, introducing the New Age Outlaws. Like, you know all what right. I mean? Like they're used to the whole sing along beginning. Like just hit the reset button, dude. Right, blow off the cartridge and let's go again.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
No.
Oh.
Don't do Road Dogg shtick. Do your shtick. Just do it over again.
I thought you wanted me to do the road. Okay.
No.
If you smell, no.
All right. Nope. And it's not if you're not down with that. No, it's not.
What are you going to do, brother?
No.
It's
not that one either.
All right. Maybe it's welcome everybody to episode 500 of the Fullyposeable Wrestling Figure Podcast, longest running episodic wrestling figure podcast going today. I've already introduced Scott over there.
And yourself.
And myself. Dude, it's 500 episodes. Holy shit.
You know, Eric Bischoff thought he was a big deal with that whole 83 weeks. Yeah. Brother, we got 500 weeks.
Yeah, dude, 500 episodes. What an amazing, monumental feat, I guess you could say this is.
Well, I mean, like Ethan said right off the bat, you know, I feel like we've all kind of grown the last 10 years, almost 10 years, January, right at the beginning of like January 6th, something like that. I think is 10 years, right? Beginning or middle of January?
January 25th.
Oh, the end of January. Got it. Okay. I feel like in these almost 10 years, we've all kind of grown, but more importantly, we've seen the hobby grow. And when we started, it was pretty much Mattel was the king of the ring, and you had a little company called Figures Toy Company, FTC. that was making some figures as well. And they got a little bit bigger over the years. And that's what we started off with when this show kicked off. We had FTC, and the big excitement a few months after the show started was they were coming out with Ring of Honor figures. And Mattel was doing their thing. And that's what we had to report. Like, that was the stuff. And so that wasn't a lot. So we had to add a little bit more meat, a little more filler. And so we were able to get nostalgic with it because that was Jeff and my passion was, LJNs and Hasbros and Jacks. That was kind of our wheelhouse. So it was kind of cool to add those elements to the show. But there wasn't a lot of new stuff to talk about outside of just Mattel and FTC. So over the years, over the last almost 10 years, it's been great to see all these new players that have come in. Yeah, a few have come and gone. Everybody remember Megalopolis?
Oh, no. Don't you bring that negativity into our lives, Scott?
That was fun. But the reintroduction of, not for everybody.
Hold on. I'm going to pause you right there. I like how we were getting blamed for Megalopolis. It was like,
we didn't do anything.
No, we promoted him. We had the guy on. Didn't mean we owned the company, but yet we were getting emails regarding them.
We had like no skin in the game with them. It was just literally like, here's this little company that could, and we didn't know they were going to end up being a shit show. Yeah. How would we know that? We had no skin in the game. Did they even fulfill the Macho Man Slim Jim figure they were supposed to give away? I don't know. I have no idea.
Nobody wants the 7th greatest figure of 2018 or 17 or whenever that came out.
Right off the bat, you're starting in. Right off the bat. That's how tonight's going to be.
It's episode 500. We're doing it all tonight.
All right. But no, it's been great to not only watch the hobby grow, to watch all of the players in the game grow in number, but to see all of these cool relationships that have started and grown as well. All of the friends that we've made that without this show, outside of just becoming acquaintances on social media through shared liked posts, I don't know how it would have started, but everybody kind of just gathered around and, okay, maybe we were the spark. Right. But without everybody jumping on board, it wouldn't have been anything. Without you guys, this show doesn't continue past like episode 10, probably. Who even knows if it would have been that long? It's been a blast. And at the end of the day, this show continues today, almost 10 years later, because of everybody listening. So with that, I want to say thank you and let's get on with the show.
So I'm looking on Google's to see if 500 year anniversary or something has a thing. It doesn't.
I don't think 500 year. Well, because nobody's going to make it to 500, right? Nobody's going to make it to 500 years. Dinosaurs, maybe.
I'm going to try, dude. I'm going to try.
You're going to try to get to 500 years old.
Yep. I'm going to try. Somebody's going to be wiping me up and cleaning me up, but I don't care.
It's going to be like Futurama. It's just going to be your head in a jar.
I have goals, dude.
You're like, crap, I need to see that over there. Turn me east. It's just my head in a jar.
Oh, man. Yeah, you were right about all the friends. And technically, you know what? I'm going to consider a lot of people family now that we've gained. That we've gained over the years. I'm not going to start going through the Rolodex, but like there are so many people we see at WrestleMania now. I'm going to Chicago in a couple weeks and I'm going to be meeting up with Steve Fountas. And I just dropped a name, which I said I wasn't going to, but
Jeff.
That kind of just shows the friendships that have developed from the show. I was talking to Breaker and Travis the other night on TB Toycast, and
There's two more names.
Hold on. Travis made a comment. He goes, Breaker and I met through your show, and now we have a podcast together. Same thing. And I'm going to drop two more names. Soda and Ethan, same exact thing with them. They developed a show because they met through our show, realized they have a love of NASCAR and started a show. So, it's so many friendships, so many podcasts, I guess you could say, have started because of the show. And it's great to see. And it's great to hear. And thank you to everybody. You really can't thank you guys enough. And I don't want to leave out a few other people. Love listening to the LJN podcast with Brian. Dropped another name.
Keep going, dude. Just keep going. You're dropping names left and right here, so keep going.
But these are the friends that we have and the people that we have grown up with this show, I guess you could say. So from us over here, thank you to you guys for keeping the show going. It's 500 consecutive weeks, never missed a week. Through sickness, through
a pandemic,
a pandemic through the couple times we've had to put animals down and had to record that night, which I'll tell you isn't easy.
No, it's not.
You find a way to just muster it up and keep going. And
well, it's the people that listen. It's all of you guys. You know, we're tired, we're sick, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You guys hear all about it when the show starts. But at the end of the day, we do that because we love you guys. And we just want to keep bringing the show because a lot of people have reached out that this show is more than just wrestling figures and collection talks with them. It's a little bit deeper than that. And that right there is something that I would have never guessed. Us sitting around talking about, at the end of the day, toys. But it does so much more for people. And it's really cool to watch reels and stuff and see people go up to other content creators and they say how much their show or their content means to them because it helped them through a difficult time. Whatever that content is. I'll use baseball card collecting as an example. I watched a kid go up to a guy who does baseball card or card collecting content. And he said that he was in the hospital battling an illness and the dude's content helped him through that. And people have reached out to us and say that we've helped them through, you know, X, Y, and Z in their life. And how do you respond to that? I mean, that is so humbling. And again, it's another reason we're so grateful for everybody that has even listened to one show or tried to make it through even 5 minutes of a show, because it's just ridiculous, like Jeff messing up the leadoff. Yeah, that might not be the last time you hear about that one. But it's just, again, it's so humbling to hear things like that. And we're so thankful for everybody that's ever listened to even a minute of the show or has ever reached out or unsolicited has sent us a message like Ethan did at the beginning of the episode, just saying, hey guys, thank you for doing this. And, you know, Jeff, like you said, when we sit down and record and, you know, life isn't the best, we still get it done for the listeners. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day, because you know what? There's no way the Toys That Made Us happens without everybody that's listening to the show right now. So yeah, again, just you guys keep saying thank you to us. We want to keep saying thank you to you.
And everybody that said thank you to us, how about you go buy a shirt over at Pro Wrestling Tees or whatamaneuver.net?
You sound like Adam now. Go buy an effing shirt.
Hey, that's the transition. That's the host in us. That's what we got to do. You guys know where to find our shirts. You guys know where to email us. We do have a few more voice messages coming up. We got an email as well. Big news coming out of Drunk Wrestling History. Speaking of Adam, you kind of gave your your spiel over there, but I've been hit up a couple of times regarding you and your news that you've dropped. And would you like to share that here?
Yeah, and I guess this kind of just piggybacks off of what we just thank the listeners for. I am probably, as of October, we're going to get to episode 200 of Drunk Wrestling History. That should come out around October, November. And at that point, I am stepping away from Drunk Wrestling History, and I outline all of the reasons on the latest episode, which is Offensive Promos. If you want to check that out, just find it anywhere Fullyposeable is downloadable at. But I go over all the reasons why. Essentially what it boils down to, Jeff, is just burnout. Doing 2 shows over the last 6 years. We have taken a few breaks on Drunk Wrestling History over the years, extended breaks, like 2 or 3 months, whatever. It was a lot. Anybody that does podcasting, I mean, you try to stick to a schedule, but when you're doing 2 episodes or 2 shows and sticking to a schedule and you've got, you know, kind of a family to tend to, it adds up, man. It really adds up. And just over the last 6 years, I've really been noticing a lot of burnout, not so much at that beginning of the 6-year mark, but like really over like the last 6-7 months, it's been really weighing on me. So I'm going to be stepping away from Drunk Wrestling History. Doesn't mean I won't pop up for the occasional special episode. Like we're still going to try to get together to do Valentine's Day episodes. That's kind of like our Super Bowl or our WrestleMania of episodes. But I am stepping away from that. So 100% of my podcast focus will be on Fullyposeable. To be fully transparent and pull back the curtain with you guys, I have a goal with Jeff, mutually agreed upon, that I will be hitting the 10-year mark with us, which, as Jeff mentioned, is end of January. So
and then you're gonna leave everybody in suspense if you stay around, or if you go, you're gonna just keep teasing it. What's it gonna be?
Where's Scott gonna take his talents to? What talents? I saved you.
He's taking him to South Beach with all those BBLs out there. Yeah.
Bailey's there? Just kidding, Bailey, if you're listening.
But you're gonna give your spiel on the 10-year anniversary episode.
I have made a commitment to you, and now I'm obviously including the listeners in that commitment, that I'm going to hit our 10-year mark and kind of reassess. I want to see if that exclusion of the one show kind of brings it all back. Not that I'm losing my passion for doing this and wrestling figures and wrestling altogether. It's just the recording schedule really it leads to burnout. And if you haven't done it, it weighs on you. So I need a break. So my commitment is to the 10-year mark for this show, and then we'll kind of go from there and see what happens. But that's where it all is right now. That's my goal and my commitment to you guys.
I've kind of teased it recently, but by recently, I mean like maybe the past year or so. But I am going to be focusing a lot on video content as well for our YouTube channel. And I'm starting to learn video, and I'm going to start kind of going from there. And obviously the recordings with Scott, I'm going to work on that. So there's going to be a lot of moving parts coming up, and then we will reassess, or Scott will reassess after the 10 years, and he'll see how he's feeling, and we'll go from there. So,
yep.
But there's going to be a lot of stuff coming up with the Fullyposeable podcast in the next 10 years. I'm giving you a 10-year promise.
Many changes in the next 10 years of Fullyposeable.
Exactly.
If you thought the first 10 were fun, just wait.
So, okay. Well, I'm glad you're doing what you need to do, Scott. You kind of brought this to my attention as of, I'd say about a month and a half ago. And yeah, honestly, it was one of those things. It was, you need to do what's best for you. Obviously, I enjoy being able to sit down and talk to you every single Thursday and just, BS and banter and have a good time and stuff like that.
And I feel the same way.
And so it's one of those things, like this is an enjoyable time, even though I may be tired or sick or whatever leading up to the show. When I get into it, that's when I start going. Yeah. And it's because, and I hate to use this, but it's because of the energy we draw from each other, of like the witty, it ain't witty banter, but the just talking about.
Well, I mean, to you and I, it is. We think we're hilarious.
Oh yeah, we're great, dude. But
everybody else is like, "What the hell are they talking about?"
Oh God, they go off on tangents about linguiça. What the hell?
Yeah, it's delicious, by the way.
It is delicious. By the way, Brian from LJM Podcast said he loves that stuff. So, anywho. But it's one of those things, is once you start going and you and I start bantering back and forth and everything, you kind of lose focus of how tired you are, how sick you are, how whatever it may be. And then you start to have fun and you start getting into the show. So
yeah, it's like plugging in a charger into yourself, like you get going.
Exactly. So yeah, you do what you need to do, brother. I have already had a few people reach out saying, hey, if Scott needs a break, they're more than willing to sit in. So
just goes back to how awesome our listeners are, man. I mean, just way ahead of the thing, and just being like, hey, if something's needed, just let us know. And that's why we love you guys, man. It's amazing. And I want to thank you, Eddie, Adam, just for being so understanding when I came to all of you guys and just like, hey, this is kind of where I'm at. It wasn't like, oh, you son of a bitch, like you had to start the show and blah, 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 blah. It wasn't anything like that, which that was a concern of mine, that was going to happen. Not that you guys would do that, but like it's on the table. You don't know how people are going to react. There wasn't anything like that. It was just complete understanding. My happiness is that Drunk Wrestling History is going to continue. It's going to be a different format. So the format that Drunk Wrestling History today is changing. And that'll all kind of take shape once I'm gone. Carissa is basically going to be jumping into my chair. And that's where the changes are going to start to happen. It's going to be different episode formats. You guys will see. But Eddie's got a lot of ideas, Adam and Carissa as well. I've kind of pitched in some stuff. So it's going to continue. And, if something happens here, Jeff, my hope is that it continues. Because both shows, they're bigger than I am. I'm just a talking head. You do all the work on this show, not me. I show up once a week and just BS. You run everything behind the scenes. And I've made that clear to everybody. Like, you are the notes guy. You are the guy who edits the podcast. Like, you are 100% the engine. And I literally just show up and talk. So, all the credit to you, all the credit to Eddie, because he does the same thing over at Drunk Wrestling History. But it's just time for me to take a break from that show and see if the exclusion of the one, it is kind of like plugging the charger into me and getting me going again. So that's where it is, just 100% honesty with you guys. That's what's up.
All right. We'll find out in 10 years. So you guys got to stay tuned. See if Scott Toon sticks around come January 25th. Will Scott Toon be here or will he not? Well, he'll be here for the 10 years, but will he be here the following week? We don't know.
We don't know.
Scott, we've got some birthday shout outs to get through.
Yes. First off, I want to throw a huge happy 16th out to my youngest daughter, Peyton. We had her 16th birthday party over the weekend in what was pretty much a kids-only event, and our house was packed. Thankfully, it was not hot outside. It was windy. It was breezy because the inside of the house, dude, no joke, there were like 30 plus kids here at any given time.
Damn.
We went to Walmart. Shannon had ordered a bunch of stuff for the party, food-wise. We did a lemonade bar, and it was basically, we had a big pitcher of lemonade out, like a big drink dispenser, and then she went and got some Toonie syrups, and so the kids could make their glass of lemonade and then pump some Toonie syrups, and it was a lemonade bar. We bought 6 humongous jugs of lemonade from Walmart. They're a great value brand.
Yeah.
I think they're like 96 ounces each, something like that. Gone.
Damn.
This is about an hour and a half into the party.
Holy shit.
Hour and a half, 2 hours into the party. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm running to Walmart. Go to Walmart. They only have one of their great value jugs left. I'm like, uh-oh. So luckily over in the refrigerated section, they have lemonade. It's called Milo's. Okay. Hell of good, by the way. Like, we're not sponsored by Milo's, but Milo's lemonade is damn delicious. Highly recommended. Very refreshing. So I got one more jug, the last one they had of their great value lemonade, and I got 4 jugs of this Milo's. They killed one more of the great value bottles, the last one I bought, and one of the jugs of Milo's.
Good God.
These kids drank so much damn lemonade. It was insane. But we had a photo booth there that the kids had an absolute blast with. So great party. A lot of setup, a lot of takedown, but worth it because Peyton just had the time of her life. Thanks to all the kids that showed up, and happy 16th birthday, Peyton. Also, it's real easy to remember Christopher Dean's birthday. Why? Because his birthday is the same day as Peyton's.
Yep.
So, big happy birthday to Christopher Dean, and a very happy birthday to Luis Rivera, who has some sweet new Ninja Turtle kicks going on.
Well, happy birthday, everyone out there. Christopher Dean, I felt guilty. I forgot to wish him a happy birthday. And I know his birthday is the same day as Peyton's. And
Christopher, he does feel horrible. I can see it in his eyes.
I did. I actually texted him and told him I felt horrible. So, and now I got to text Luis Rivera too, that I feel horrible because I forgot to wish him a happy birthday as well. So, Luis, that it will be expecting a text message before the show drops. So
an apology text.
Scott, did you pick up anything recently?
Did I purchase? No, I'm having to try to run through the Rolodex. And oh, wait, yes, I did. I got the dime bag reaction figure because I absolutely had to.
So for those that don't know, Super 7 dropped their dime bag reaction figure. The reactions are the 3 3/4 style. And the funniest part is our friend sent it over earlier in the day, and it's available to pre-order on Super 7. We didn't know it was on BBTS.
No, it wasn't yet. It took a little bit for it to hit BBTS.
Oh, it did?
It did. Yeah. It was a couple hours after Super 7 dropped it. Then BBTS got it.
See, for our 500th birthday, Super 7 decided to drop the dime figure for us.
That was very nice of them.
Very nice. Very nice.
I mean, it would have been a lot cooler if it was an ultimate, but I'll take a reaction. It's fine.
Hey, we all know Super 7's formula. Test the reaction style figures first, and then if they do well, they go to ultimates.
Which is actually shocking. The reaction's still available.
Is it really?
Well, on BBTS it is. I don't know about on Super 7's site, but the reactions always sell out. So if you want dime, like, go get him now. Do not wait, because it will sell out, guaranteed.
So both Dave and I pre-order dime from Super 7. Later on in the day, I'd say about 5 hours later, we get a text message from Scott that says, I pre-ordered dime on BBTS, to which I had to reply with the Drake meme where Drake is on top and he's like dodging. And I said, Scott ordering dime from Super 7. And then the image below is Drake pointing and like accepting it. And it says Scott ordering dime from BBTS.
Absolutely. That was me. Because those figures are $30 now. It's like $20 flat, but after shipping and tax and everything, it's 30, and the tariff, which is almost like $2. It's like $30 for a reaction figure, which when you think about it, that's a 3 3/4 inch figure that you're paying $30 landed for. That's insane.
So it was 8% tariff tax. And Scott and I had talked about this earlier, that the tariffs are going to hit us, and it's starting to happen. And I'm starting to notice that either A, the company is putting the tax as part of the checkout, which Super 7 did. They actually have it on there. It says tariff 8%, or people are putting it into their figures, kind of similar to what KWK did with his retro style figures.
Right. I
am really nervous for the toy industry because this is going to hit us hard. And what everybody's like, oh, what's an extra $2? Like Scott just said regarding the dime figures, not the $2. You want 2 elites and you want the dime figure. So far, elites were $22.99, now jumped up to $24.99.
That's called $25 each.
Yeah, that's an extra $2 per elite that you want, the 2 elites you want. So that's already $4. The dime reaction figure was almost $2. That's $6 extra that you're putting on. Imagine all the figures that you want
over the course of a year.
That adds up. And this is where I'm starting to get concerned about the toy industry. It's not just Mattel. It's not just Funko. It's not just Hasbro. I'm concerned about the entire toy industry. And this is getting scary. I don't mean to bring episode 500 down, but literally we just got punched in the face this past week with all of it. Like everything Scott and I were saying just a few episodes ago is now coming to fruition. And I don't know, man, I need to find a new hobby that doesn't get tariffed, dude. Because
massages.
Do those get tariffed?
Oh, wait, that was the crows talking. Shut up, crows. Nobody wants to hear from you. I mean, Kyle, massages.
Hello, Scott and Jeff, episode 500. Get out of here, dude. I don't want to talk to you.
Get back into the house.
But anyways, I'm just done with this tariff thing. I'm so sick of it. Just seeing it like punching us in the face right now. It just sucks so bad, dude.
It would be interesting to see what Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, Mattel Creations, Hasbro Pulse, Ringside Collectibles would be interesting to see not only where the numbers were, but where they are now and where they're projecting them to be moving forward. I know I personally have canceled some pre-orders because I'm really kind of starting to pull back a little bit on what I'm collecting and how much I'm collecting. Like I've really pulled back. So I'd be kind of curious if a lot of other people are in the same boat just because costs are going up, and it's not just toys, it's everything. So I'm kind of curious if people's collecting habits are really starting, like we've talked about that it could happen. And I'm wondering if now, because prices are now up, like are people really starting to pull back, and are the numbers reflecting that? Just kind of curious, but we don't have a way to pull that information, but I'm sure we'll have it soon.
Well, a lot of people are upset now because tariffs are now starting to affect the PlayStations.
Yeah, they're going up $50.
The video game nerds were hot, dude, on the interwebs. They were.
Well, I mean, you're not buying a PlayStation 5 every day. It's going to be coming down to like your actual games, your physical games.
Well, that too, but like a lot of, and I figure most of the video gamers already have the video game systems, so this isn't going to affect them. But there's a lot of people, like my coworker was telling me, he goes, "There's a lot of people that were trying to save up to get a PlayStation 5."
Yeah, now they got to save that extra $50.
Now they've got to save even more money, and we don't expect prices to always stay the same. We don't always expect this. Like we know there's going to be inflation. We know there's going to be slight increases. When the elites went from $19.99 up to $22.99, that was a huge jump.
Mm-hmm.
But when we're starting to get punched in the face with every little thing, video games, figures, it just becomes a little overwhelming. The picking and choosing starts to get really slim really quick.
Yeah, this is what Hogan was talking about when he said when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. This is it. We're living it.
All right. I don't mean to bring the show down. I mean, I did, but I didn't mean to. Sorry.
Yeah, way to poo-poo all over it, dude. Good job.
For episode 500.
You're a regular Vince.
I did get my Big Rubber Guys Rock and Roll Express and Bad News Brown. it was funny because I popped open the box and look, it was the Rock and Roll Express and it was Bad News Brown. I was popping these open. I know I always joke around about leaving stuff in shipper, which I do, but this wasn't staying in package. All of these were coming out. So I
wait. You need to clarify. Does this mean that you removed them from the shipper only, or you removed the big rubber guy from the big rubber guy packaging and you have it loose?
I removed them from the shipper. I am taking one Ricky, one Robert, and I'm opening the Bad News and I'm displaying those. But I'm leaving the other Ricky and Robert, leaving those to get signed one day.
Oh, so you bought 2 sets of rock and rolls?
I did.
Okay, got it. So you opened a set and you opened Bad News.
Yes.
Nice.
Dude, I was literally hitting the panic button. I get Bad News and I was like, man, I thought I got it with the rat. And I was like, oh, this sucks. Like, I was just like, oh, I thought I got it with the rat. And I keep looking around inside the package. Maybe the rat came loose because Ricky's belt came loose, the NWA tag title.
Okay.
It came loose and it's flopping around. Both Rickies are flopping around in the packaging.
Oh, no.
The NWA belt. That's okay. But I was like, man, I thought I ordered the rat. And I was kind of sad. So I take the box and I fling it up to start breaking it down to take out to the recycling bin. The rat goes flying across.
Oh, no. the rat's running to garbage like a real rat would.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, yeah, I'm home.
So like I'm sitting there for the next 5 minutes to make sure the rat doesn't have any scratches or any damages to it. Like
you're like my toy rat.
I was like my toy rat. So I was like panicked about this stupid rat, and I'm like, okay, it's good, but
it's unfortunate we're never going to get Bad News Brown to sign it. So like we kind of have the conversation. If there's a possibility they can sign it, you try to leave it in package. But in that case, 100% absolutely open that figure up. And the beauty of the big rubber guy packaging, Jeff, regarding your Ricky Morton that had the loose belt, you can literally just pop the back off, put the belt back on the figure and seal it all back up like nothing ever happened.
Well, it doesn't come on the figure. It comes in like a little groove on the left-hand side. If you're looking at it, it's on the left-hand
okay.
side. So
got it. So before you get it signed?
Yes, I will probably throw a little Scotch tape or something over it.
Yes, absolutely. I was hoping to have my Legion of Doom big rubber guys in by the time we recorded the show. Unfortunately, well, I guess I should have mentioned this off the jump. I'm heading to LA tomorrow.
What?
And yeah, I'm heading to LA tomorrow, and I'll be in LA all weekend. My package from Big Bad Toy Store arrives tomorrow, the same day I'm leaving for Los Angeles. So next week, I'll be able to supply a quick review on those Legion of Doom big rubber guys, which are still available at last check on bigbadtoystore.com or bbts.com. I was hoping to have the review tonight. Unfortunately, it'll have to wait until next week. But yeah, I'm going to LA this weekend. Shannon and I are going with Eddie and Carissa, and we are going to see Bruce Dickinson in Anaheim at the House of Blues.
Oh, nice.
And then Saturday is kind of hang out at the hotel. And that night we are going to the Rainbow.
Oh.
Which, if you are unfamiliar with the Rainbow is a bar and grill on Sunset Strip in Los Angeles. And it was the heartbeat of the glam metal scene in the 80s, which if you've listened to the show over the years, you know I'm a huge glam metal fan. So that is like my lifeblood there. So we're going to go hang out at the Rainbow, hopefully get Lemmy's spot again, because that was cool. I think we're going to eat at the restaurant this time. Mm-hmm. But we're going to have a night at the Rainbow on Saturday. And then Sunday, we're going to stay on the Queen Mary.
In Long Beach?
I think so. I think that's where Queen Mary is, that haunted ship. Yeah.
I think that's in Long Beach.
So it's kind of like everybody's getting something out of this trip that they want, because Eddie and Chris are driving separate from us. They're going to take the long way. They're doing like a up one, I think. So they're doing like a super scenic route. That's for Carissa. Friday, tomorrow night, is Bruce Dickinson. That's for Eddie. It's actually his birthday gift from Carissa. She got tickets for all of us. Saturday night, the Rainbow. That's me. And then Sunday night is Shannon on the Queen Mary. They're doing a tour as well. Shannon and Chris are. And that's Shannon's jam, because she's in the whole haunted stuff. So that's Shannon's jam. So everybody gets something on this trip.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Yep. And I get to eat mozzarella sticks or fried mozzarella at the Rainbow again, which is all I've thought about since 2023.
That's all you've thought about?
That's it. That's all I've thought about since 2023 is the beautiful fried mozzarella pillows that are served at the Rainbow. And they are incredible. Best fried cheese I've ever had.
I'm pretty sure you think about fantasy baseball.
A little bit. A bit.
Well, I hope you have fun, dude.
Thank you.
All right, let's get it into some pre-order. Oh, wait a second. No, we are not going to get into pre-orders just yet, Scott.
Oh, you have breaking news?
No, we have to get into Mattel's Mount Rushmore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to do that now or do a little bit later, but yeah, I'd love to.
Well, yeah, why don't we do it now? We got Mattel Mount Rushmore. We got the 4 faces that we're going to put up on Mattel's Mount Rushmore of figures. Would you like to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first because this is also tying into, we're going to bring back an old game that we used to do, and we're going to tie it into the Mount Rushmore. So we're going to tie because Mount Rushmore is kind of a newer thing that we've been doing over the last month or two.
Yes.
And we're going to tie it into a game we used to play called Everybody Has a Price. So we're taking the 4 names that we each pick for the Mount Rushmore, and we're going to play Everybody Has a Price with those names. So yeah, I'll go first with my Mount Rushmore of Mattel. Mm-hmm. This is one I actually had to put some thought into because I didn't want to just like throw 4 names out and then be like, damn, I thought of this one later. I had to put a lot of thought into this one, Jeff. So first up, and I'm going to get the obvious one right out of the way. It's your 7th favorite figure of all time, Jeff.
Trash.
The Macho Man Slim Jim San Diego Comic-Con figure. That is the first face on my Mount Rushmore. Second, Defining Moments Series 6 Sting with his crow paint.
Ooh, yes, excellent. By the way, that might be on mine.
I was going to say, I hope we don't have too much overlap.
We may have a little bit of overlap.
Okay. My next is the Elite Flashback Series 3 King Harley Race.
Elite? You mean the unicorn?
The unicorn
one that they re-released?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I put down the Then, Now, and Forever.
Same. That's the same one.
It's the same figure.
You have that on your list too?
Yeah.
Oh,
we're gonna have a lot.
Bitch.
Dude, we're gonna have a lot of overlap. It might be different coming up.
Okay. The last face on my Mattel Mount Rushmore, Coliseum Collection Series 3 Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Coliseum. Oh, okay. You like that one, huh?
It's the ultimate, no pun intended, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Like, I won't have to buy, and I'm not going to buy another Piper figure because this figure is the be-all, end-all of Roddy Piper figures. The way I've got him posed with the finger pointing, and he's kind of standing off to the side a little bit with one arm extended and the finger pointing, and his yelling face, and then the other hand is holding a microphone up to his mouth. It's literally like Roddy Piper is walking down the aisle yelling at Uncle Elmer during his wedding on Saturday night's main event.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually snapped a picture of this figure, and the more I've looked at it, I love it. The kilt, the shirt, it's all soft goods. The sculpt job is absolutely incredible. So that rounds out my Mattel Mount Rushmore.
Okay. So I do have Sting and Harley Race on my Mount Rushmore. Now the next 2 is going to be a little bit different.
Okay, so we're basically guessing 2 names each on Everybody Has a Price, which is fine because we used to do 4. So I guess between my 2 and your 2, we've got 4.
So my next one is the Hogan defining moment.
Okay. Yeah, that's an awesome figure. For a long time, that was the ultimate Hogan figure.
So the reason I chose that one is it comes with the 86 title. It comes with the bandana that's tilted.
Yes.
You know, that figure just really captured the nostalgia. Just seeing that out on the shelves or receiving it is one of those things that's like, oh, wow, that just takes you back to WrestleMania 3 or a Saturday night's main event.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it captured 80s Hogan, that era, just perfectly. And a lot of it was like, the shirt was great. The title was so great. The look that he had and the bandana, just everything about it was just, that was the ultimate Hogan figure for so long. So that's a great choice, dude.
And I know a lot of people are going to kind of scoff at me at this one, but my other one is Triple H from WrestleMania 30, where he had the long brown jacket and he had the mask on.
Okay.
A lot of people are going to be like, really? You chose that one over all the other figures? Yeah, this one was one of my favorite figures for a long time by Mattel. And it's one, I know it's out of the blue, it's out of left field, but it still meant a lot to me. And Mount Rushmores are all subjective, right?
Absolutely, 100%. Our entire hobby is.
This is one that is still sitting on my wall because I've never been able to take it down because of how much I love it. If I ever met Triple H, I would love to get him to sign it.
Yeah.
That would be the one figure I choose. I know he's had so many Ultimates. He's had so many Elites. He's had so many, whatever you want to call it, figures.
And probably better figures, like overall, like between like the sculpt job or the outfit, whatever. But it doesn't have that same meaning to you.
Exactly. And it's Triple H from WrestleMania 30. I mean, what was so special with that brown robe and the mask? What was so special? What was different about it from his...
Was it brown or red?
It was brown.
Was it brown? Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go that Triple H from WrestleMania 30.
Okay. I like it. So the two figures that I'm guessing, since I went first on giving them Mount Rushmore, I'll go first on guessing your dollar amounts lower or higher. I'm essentially guessing between the Hogan defining moment.
Wait. We're not playing Everybody Has a Price just yet.
Oh, we're not?
No, Everybody Has a... Oh. Did you...
I thought we were going to... I did Everybody Has a Price with the 4 names from...
Oh, I pulled 4 other figures to do Everybody Has a Price. Okay. How about this? We'll do Everybody Has a Price at the end of the show. Save those 4 figures. I'll do my list, the 4 figures that I chose.
Okay. And then I'll hit you with the 4 that I had, and
yes.
2 of them were yours. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So we'll save that.
Okay. All right. Let's get into pre-orders. Big Rubber Guys I should just say up to September 30th. The Big Rubber Guys pre-orders for this month, Nasty Boys, Paul Ellering, are available at collectmajor.com to pre-order right now. Paul Ellering is in the black jacket with red tie. Nasty Boys are, well, nasty.
They are nasty. And there's no entrance gear on them except for their sunglasses.
Exactly. So
those are like, they would have fit into the LJNs perfectly.
Yep.
Ellering as well.
So that is the pre-order for the Big Rubber Guys for this month. By the way, Scott, are you going to get any of the Big Rubber Guy baseball if they come out? Like just like maybe mascots or anything? Oh, wait, the Yankees don't have a mascot, huh?
They kind of do. It's essentially like the ball with the Yankees across. It's not really.
They should have the ghost of Babe Ruth as their mascot.
Babe Ruth's tummy.
Yeah. Filled with hot dogs and beer.
Yeah. And the NY logo on it. That's all you need.
That should be their mascot, dude. It's just Ghost of Babe Ruth. Like Babe Ruth just walking around. Hey, guys, I'm the Ghost of Babe Ruth.
Drink your Ovaltine, kids.
Drink your Oval.
Yeah, the Yankees don't really have a mascot. It depends on names.
Okay.
It really just depends on names. Like, obviously, you do Aaron Judge, I'm buying it. You do Don Mattingly, I'm in. So it would, Derek Jeter, obviously. It's going to depend on names. And then you start going into legends of our childhood. You're talking Bo Jackson, Frank Thomas, Ken Griffey Jr., Jose Canseco, those guys, Mark McGuire. When you start throwing out those names in the line, you're really going to hook me. But I'm not the only one saying this. They're hearing this from everybody. And again, don't DM Kanik. He hates that shit. Don't do it.
His DMs are only for Hornswoggle and girls to slide into, as he said.
Exactly. I don't care how good your dick joke is. Save it and tell him in person at WrestleCon. Don't DM him.
Yeah, tell him at the table, buy a figure, and then tell him your dick joke.
Right. Exactly.
He's like the soup Nazi.
Yeah. Right.
No BRG for you.
Yeah.
All right. Pre-orders on Big Bad Toy Store. You can find Zombies figures over there. You can find his non-wrestling figures and wrestling retros over there at Big Bad Toy Store. Also available at Big Bad Toy Store, Boss Fight Studio, Dragon Lee, Roosh, and Dralistico. Those are all available over at Big Bad Toy Store. Scott would prefer you shop there, not anywhere else, even though they may have the pre-order available for one of your favorite musicians of all time. And then once it pops up on Big Bad Toy Store, he's like, oh, here's my $30.
It's a great way to save on shipping, you guys.
It is. Shop.figurecollections.com, a variety of retros over there. And for the month of August, you've got only a few days left. Shopkwk.com. Pre-orders are available for Well Done. They are available 3 different styles of packaging, 3 different outfits. There are other places you can pre-order these figures. Also, you can head on over to J&J Figures. You can head on over to Asylum's Wrestling Store. Just do a Google search or just look up KWK Brand on Instagram.
But yeah, Well Done is almost done. So get those pre-orders in.
All right. It is time for the news. But before we do, we have a special message, Scott.
Oh, another one?
Yeah, I said it earlier, but that's okay.
I wasn't listening. I was so focused on the mess up of the not saying what podcast we
what?
were.
I'm sorry. I'm
we're
playing
just the
Brian's
Wrestling
message.
Figure Podcast.
I'm playing Brian's message. What?
This is Brian from the legendary Wrestling Figures podcast. I just want to congratulate you guys, Jeff and Scott Toon, the hosts of the Fullyposeable Wrestling Figure podcast. Congratulations on 500 episodes. For nearly 10 years, you guys have been talking wrestling figures, and you have no idea how many friendships have been developed through your show. So thank you guys so much for what you do. I'm looking forward to you guys doing this as long as you are willing to do it. And again, congratulations and thanks.
Thank you very much, Brian. One of your friendship is one of the best things to ever happen to us from this show. It's a pleasure seeing all the pictures you take of all your LJNs, and thank you for doing a lot of the figures that you sent over to Scott and I. The JYD, I still have that up sitting on my mantle right now. You've got Ricky, Scott.
I'm literally looking at George, Ricky, and Jimmy right on the side of my monitors here, right in front of me. So, and they're always within view. Every time I'm talking to you, I got them looking right at me.
Wait. He sent you 3 figures? I've gotten 2. I've got Hogan and I need, oh boy. Well, this got awkward quick.
This is awkward. I'm sorry, Brian. I hope Jeff doesn't send you any nasty messages.
Nah, Brian's friendship is truly appreciated over here. Go listen to his show, LJN podcast. He had John Orlando this past week, and John listens to this show, and I want to thank him. And it was great listening to him on the LJN podcast. And thank you guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Brian. And, he mentioned friendships that have been formed from the show. Tim at a chair shot on Twitter has formed a great friendship with Brian. And in addition, has become one of our good friends and is in our baseball fantasy league. So, I mean, it just, it continues, and you don't want to keep dropping names because you don't want to leave people out. But there have just been so many that have come into our lives, and it's just awesome. Like, we would have never guessed when we started talking about wrestling figures and stealing SD Jones figures out of people's hands that it would lead to this. It's just amazing.
Okay, we can't drop any more names.
Yeah, but we're probably going to. Like, Ryan Buds is going to be on next week.
Steve Hoker, we got to thank him. Ryan Buds, we love Ryan Buds over here.
Yes, I want to thank Ryan because I had scheduled him for this week, and then you're like, it's episode 500, dude. Should we? And I was like, oh crap. And Ryan was completely understanding. He's a busy man. He does the trivia thing, and he's got an amazing business with that. So big thanks to him for being so adjustable on his schedule and working us in. And so we'll have Ryan on next week. And you mentioned Steve Hoker, Jeff. He's almost become a member of our family. Every time there's a fundraiser for Peyton's Dance, Steve's the first one in our inbox going, hey guys, what do you need? I'm in. Just what do you need? It's done. And it's without even like promoting it, or he's just like, what do you guys need? I'm in. Again, he's just become a member of the family, and it's just another example of the amazing group that's been formed through this show. And it's incredible.
Okay.
So thankful.
We can't turn this into Romper Room and start saying, I see.
Get my magnifying lens.
I see Mike the Cleaner. I see GBM. I see Norm.
Right.
All right. Let's get into the news. Brian, thank you very much, man.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you for taking the time to send that in. All right. In the news, FOCO, they showed off the bobblehead of the Dude Love magazine series. It's Dude Love from, I believe it was 1998, I think. 1998, 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, maybe 03.
No, Dude Love wasn't around then.
Oh. Well,
maybe like once, like in a weird flashback or something, but
no.
Were you just getting carried away with numbers and just throwing numbers out?
500, 501, 502. Sorry. But you can check out foco.com and check out the Dude Love magazine series. As I said, these magazine series are some of my favorites. So go check it out over at foco.com. And speaking of bobbleheads, Pro Wrestling Tees popped up with a bobblehead. It's AEW shop. Outrunners bobbleheads. And Scott, I sent this over to you to show you what the Outrunners look like because you don't watch AEW. And what'd you think?
They look like they're a matching tag team from the 80s.
And that's exactly what they are. Good job, dude. You cracked the code.
Nailed it.
You should see their t-shirts on the AEW shop. It's pretty funny. It's very 80s. But anyways.
They look like they do their workouts to the Jane Fonda workout video.
No, they're way more buff than Jane Fonda ever was.
No. I mean, just like pulled from that 80s era. Like they look like they're getting ready to go sit down and watch the Jane Fonda workout video.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And start working out.
But their bobbleheads are available AEWshop.com. And I believe Pro Wrestling Tees as well. You might need to double check me on that one. But if you type in Outrunners bobbleheads into the Google searches, you'll be able to find them. So that is Outrunners bobbleheads from AEW. And in probably the biggest news this past week, Grappler and Gimmicks, Mitch, got the Diesel license, aka trademark. It was like he was waiting at 12:01 for WWE to let that thing lapse, and all of a sudden it became available, and he purchased it. From what Breaker told me, I guess he gave it to Kevin Nash. He gave the trademark to Kevin Nash. Now, I don't know how legalities work out, and I'm not even sit here and try to guess, but it sounds like he got the he got the trademark and he sent it on over to Kevin Nash, and now Kevin Nash has it.
That's awesome. I think that's great. Now Kevin Nash owns it, and I mean, there's arguments to be made both ways. Who should own it? You know, did Vince make Diesel or did Kevin Nash make Diesel? I mean, there's arguments that go both ways, but I think that it's really cool that Kevin Nash now owns a character that he brought to life. I think that's great.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they let the whatchamacallit lapse. They let the trademark lapse. So
yeah, hey, fair square. I mean,
fair,
WWE has done it, so you know, if Mitch did it, more power to him.
And we were thinking about it on the TB Toycast when I was on this past week. I think it was Adam Baum who was able to get the trademark, or Brian Clark got Adam Baum and Chronic as their trademark because WWE let that lapse as well. So
nice.
This isn't the first time it's happened, but it's probably the biggest name it's happened to. With that said, Grapplers and Gimmicks has 3 different Diesels available, and he made an Oz figure. So if you want any of the 3 different Diesels or the Oz figure, you just search Grapplers and Gimmicks and you can go and pre-order those. Or I'm not sure. Are they available or are they pre-orders right now?
I know he was selling them at a show over the weekend.
At a I almost said horror barbecue. Chad's another one. Let's not leave him out.
Yeah, hey, Chad Young, absolutely.
But he was selling them at a horror convention or something this past weekend.
Yes.
So.
Yep, and nice of Chad to offer to pick them up for us too.
Those are available through Grapplers and Gimmicks. Sketch art from Title Run Toys was shown off, and it was Johnny B. Bad. Johnny B. Bad is getting a retro figure from Title Run Toys.
That's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm really surprised he hasn't had a Mattel yet.
Well, they never gotten his license.
No, I understand, but it's surprising that they've never gone after, like WWE has never gone after Mark Marrow so that Mattel could make a figure of either Wildman or Marvelous Mark Marrow. He was such a huge part of the Attitude Era that you figure he'd be a name that they'd be interested in getting product out for, but I guess not. So I'm glad somebody's picked it up. Mark Marrow's a hell of a guy, man.
Yeah. So that will be through Title Run Toys. You can find all these also at Wrestling Figure Database. Dylan, he's another one too.
We see Dylan.
We're turning this a romper room. Let's go.
We see his Wrestling Figure Database. That's amazing. We see Hova.
We're romping with everybody, dude. Anyways, Dylan, we love you. Hova, we love you too, man. And last bit of news, KWK, speaking of, he announced that he has now signed the Pitbulls, former ECW tag team. The Pitbulls are going to be available through KWK.
That's a big get. I had mentioned, I don't know, a month or two ago that I was genuinely surprised at the amount of ECW product that has gotten purchased. I knew ECW was big. I knew their fan base was rabid, but I didn't realize how big and rabid the fan base was for product in the 2020s. And it's a pleasant surprise. And it's one that I'm happy I was wrong on, because if you had asked me in the mid 2010s, hey, if we start making all these ECW figures, you think they're going to sell? And I'd be like, well, RVD will. Oh, I would have been so wrong. And I would have been super happy that I was wrong, because I love seeing all these ECW figures popped out. Were the Pitbulls the best tag team of all time? The most technical tag team of all time?
They were, dude.
Okay, well, there's one opinion.
Oh.
What they lacked in in-ring skill, they made up for in brute force and looking toyetic. So I look forward to seeing what Sean and his team are going to put out as far as Pitbull figures. But I've got to say, I can't wait to see the finished product. I am so excited to see these things get put out, because Jeff, if I'm not mistaken, these are the first Pitbull figures produced, right?
You are correct.
Yeah. So there's nothing to compare these to. And I think Sean and his team are going to absolutely, as he's done with every other figure he's put out, are just absolutely going to knock this out of the park. So I'm excited to see what they put out. But again, Pitbulls are so toyetic that they've needed figures. You know, I can't believe they never did it in the OSFTM line. I mean, granted, the Pitbulls were kind of gone at that point, but it still would have been cool if they had kind of dipped into the Legends pool a little bit on their end. Would have been great to get Eliminators. Mm-hmm. That's one that we need to get, is Eliminators. And if somebody has the balls to do it, the Kings of Wrestling. I'm looking at you, Jazzwares. Those are a couple of tag teams right there that haven't been done that are sorely, sorely needed. So would love to see these guys get produced, but I'm super happy he's got the Pitbulls right now.
And that is the news. And we have another 500 episode.
We didn't ask for these. People are just sending these in. This is amazing.
We appreciate you guys.
Hell yeah.
Let's get into Justin Summers.
Hello, Scott and Jeff. This is once again Justin Summers. And I just want to say a big congratulations to you guys on 500 episodes. This is obviously no small feat. 500 episodes. And week after week, you guys keep putting out content. A lot of stuff going on. I kind of miss the crows, not gonna lie. But something that I am just so proud of you guys for is where everything has evolved when it comes to the relationship with the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast and you guys. And now, you know, they got their own toy line. You got Canik coming on, or as they call him, Canik. And it's just so cool to see. I like how over the past year or so, you guys have been trying new things. And you guys seem to always do that. But, you know, this Mount Rushmore of particular toy lines, going over old WWF magazines. It's just so cool. It's just another little bit of nostalgia to start your week off. You know, in 50 weeks, we'll be talking 550, and 100 weeks, 600, and it's going to keep going and going and going. I'm proud of you guys. I don't send in questions as much, but I'm always texting and messaging you guys week after week, talking about many, many things. So everybody raise their Baja Blast or Mexican pizza up in the air and a toast to you guys. Love you.
God, did Justin say feet? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Beat it.
Beat it. Justin, thank you, man. Thank you for the voice message. And Justin Summers is another friend that has come to the forefront for us, Scott. I mean, just the list goes on and on of everybody that we've met, everybody that have shown up at meetups, everybody that has contributed to meetups, you know, just the friendships, the families that have been made from the show. It just means a lot to us. And Justin's another one. So Justin, thank you very much, dude.
Absolutely. No, it's awesome. He hit me up on Facebook Messenger earlier and he goes, hey, just letting you know I had a Mexican pizza in your guys' honor last night. I was like, that's great. I mean, hey, if I'm known for anything, it's Taco Bell, and I'll take it. So thank you, Justin. We appreciate the kind words. And yeah, you know, he mentioned Canik, and I absolutely just, I love and adore Canik so much. He has put so much of his passion into this hobby to give you guys what he knows you want. You know, he listens, his team listens. They know what you want. He's giving it to you, and he's making sure it's done the right way. And I always talk about Steve and Bill being the perfect captains to steer the Mattel ship. And I'll say the same thing for Kanik with the big rubber guys. He is the perfect captain to steer that ship because he knows what needs to be done. This is not his first rodeo. You know, we talked to him when he was with Eagle Moss, and now look what he's doing with the majors and the big rubber guy line. It's just incredible. It's one of the best lines going out there, arguably the best line going out there, depending on who you talk to. So I'm super happy for all of Kanik's success. We will always support him 100% and be in his corner. And he has an open door policy to come on this show whenever he wants because we love that dude. Yeah. Love Kanik. Absolutely. And Justin, thank you so much for the message.
Yep. And Justin, we love you too, man. And also thank you to all the toy makers that have been on the show, from Sean to Kanik to Steve Ozer's been on here to Christy Petrillo. Thank you to everybody that's been on
Bill
here.
From LJN, which to this day may be my favorite fully poseable episode that wasn't really an episode.
Right. The guys from Megalopolis. Sorry, I had to throw that back in.
I love it. I love it. Hey, they can't all be hits, right? Aaron Judge doesn't bat 1,000.
Justin, thank you again, man. We appreciate you. Scott, we do have one more. Is from, well, the man that has been sending in questions for quite a while. It's Josh Thompson. He said, hey, Jeff and Scott, JT here, back to say congratulations on 500 episodes. And thank you for all you do, boys. I appreciate all you guys do to make the show run like a well-oiled machine. Well, it's running. Let's just put it that way.
It may be bubble gum and Mountain Dew holding it together, but you know.
It's paper clips and duct tape, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, we're MacGyver in this shit.
This week, I wanted to share with you 3 of my favorite moments from the podcast. If you guys want to share some of yours afterwards, feel free to do so. 1, being a special guest on the podcast. As someone who's been a longtime listener, it was an honor and awesome to come on the show for last summer's Dude Love event. Also found it fitting as someone who likes wrestling play sets that it was on the show where we were covering San Diego Comic-Con interviews, including Steven, he called him Steven, saying Mattel Creations play sets would return. Number 2, hearing you guys talk about LOD and Demolition returning to the world of wrestling figures. Again, longtime listener, and I remember you guys being disappointed and bummed out about LOD and Demolition figures being paused due to them being on bad terms with WWE at the time. Hearing you guys talk about them getting action figures finally was nice to hear, especially since it did take us quite a while to get them. Number 3, Scott telling everyone to support the first Mattel Creations playset. Apologize for putting you on the spot, Scott, but I wanted to put this one here because A, you are a good cheerleader, and B, I did think this was important. Without that playset getting funded, it would be one and done for Mattel Creations playsets. So I do appreciate you guys and everyone else who tried to advertise and share the new Gen Arena around. Now, all we need to do is hope Walmart doesn't make Piper's Pit impossible to find so we can get the barbershop playset next. But so Todd Hess does not do a correction.
It is running with a chair. Yeah,
it is Target. It is Target. So Todd Hess, you can put down the whatchamacallit, the phone. Josh Thompson. I'm correcting Josh Thompson. It is Target. It is Target, not Walmart.
Yeah, and I think it's going to do just fine.
By the way, I love Todd Hess too. Thank you, JT. I mean, thank you for sending in questions for over the years. I mean, from food to seasons to
snacks, candy.
Yeah, to play sets. Thank you for sending in questions. You always seem to come up with a creative question for us to read on the show. And thank you for being on last year for the summer saying Dude Love. Oh man, favorite moments from the show, Scott. I think you hit it on the head. It's with Bill Stanhope from LJN.
Yeah, to this day is still, I mean, look, having Cardona on, that was kind of a milestone, not just for us, but for everybody, because a lot of people were reaching out. Oh, you got to have him on. You got to have him on. And then when we did, it was just great. That was definitely a milestone moment for the show. The Sam Roberts interview was a lot of fun. I had a blast talking to him. Anytime we've had Canic on has just been a joy, a pleasure. The Summer of Saying Dude Love with all the listeners, it's a different take every single week when we do that, and that's a lot of fun. But my favorite was talking to Bill from LJN for obvious reasons. It's the toy line we grew up with. Bill dominated so much of our childhood with his creation, the LJN figures. And to be able to talk to somebody, a real somebody that had a hand in that, and it was his stuff, was just, it was like a childhood dream come true. So that for me is like the moment in Fullyposeable recorded history, podcast history, that really like sets the bar. But obviously the biggest one is the toys that made us. I mean, it was amazing, not because Jeff and I got to do it, but because you did like the grassroots effort of slamming their social media. You guys need to be on this show and they need to make it happen. And they finally reached out, and it was literally, it had nothing to do with Jeff and I. It wasn't us. It was you guys. They listened to you guys. You made it happen. And without you, we wouldn't have been on that show. And it's something we can still go back on Netflix right now. And there's Jeff and I talking, just holding, we're holding Doom, which is two of the worst wrestling figures of all time. And then we're holding the Hasbro Hogan and Warrior.
Yep.
And we were talking about dream matches, and there's a shot of you and I think I'm holding Doom, and I think you're holding Warrior and Hogan. I'm like, damn it. Why do I have to hold these guys? Love Doom, hate these figures. But it was such an amazing, it was like a life achievement, really. It's one of the best moments of my life. You know, kids, marriage is incredible, but that's one of the best moments of my life, was being on that show. And that was thanks to you guys. So JT, thank you for the question. I would say in terms of podcasting, Bill with LJN is my favorite. And obviously outside the podcast world, being on the toys that made us, it's almost impossible to top.
Scott mentioned that we've had Cardona and Canic on the show. I don't want to leave out the third member. We've had Myers on as well.
Oh, yes. We've had Myers as well. Yes.
It was fun talking to him about starting lineups. I mean, Myers has a love for baseball. Obviously, as we've mentioned a million times on this show, we do too. And so being able to BS with them about baseball and starting lineups, that was a lot of fun as well. So
we could thank Myers for our introduction to the grid. I had no idea what that was when he had brought it up. And then you told me and I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
And now we do the grid literally every single day, and we have to show our work.
We have to show our work when we're done too.
Yes, to prove it.
And then we realize how many times we've used Jose Canseco and Ricky Henderson. But
Dave Parker in my case.
15 times. You're ridiculous.
Who's LaTroy Hawkins?
who the hell's Doug Fister? All right. Anyway. But,
are we sure that's baseball?
But that was the funny thing, because I mentioned Myers mentioned the grid. I knew of the grid. I had done it a couple times, but I never finished it.
Okay.
It was like one of those like, oh, I'm going to do the grid today. Oh, I got 3 squares in. Oh, I've got other stuff to do. Then I told you about it. And literally every single day for like the past 2 years, you've done the grid, the immaculate grid.
Like every day, every week. I don't do it on the weekends, but yeah, every weekday, if you're a baseball fan, they actually have a wrestling one, a football one, a hockey one. Grid's just a lot of fun, and missing a square can literally ruin your day.
Yeah. ImmaculateGrid.com. You can do baseball, you can do football, you can do basketball, and you can do hockey as well. And Scott said wrestling. So anyways, yes, I didn't want to leave Myers out as well. So
yeah, we've had a lot of interviews that weren't part of our 500 episode rotation, so to speak. They were just kind of standalone special episodes. So yeah, not to leave anybody out for sure. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting names here, and I'm getting my magnifying glass out. And Jeff, I see Rad Chad.
Keith Baracus.
I see Baracus.
Yep.
Is that Rucker over there? Did I see
Rucker?
That's right. Is that? Look, there's Verbal Sows. I see him.
Yeah,
Jeff Verbal Sows. There he is.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good turnout tonight. I like this.
Yeah, I'm digging this, dude.
If you're not hearing crowd noise, it's just crickets. I'm sorry.
But thank you to everybody as well for sending in audio messages. Thank you for the love and support over 500 episodes. And then we find out, come January 25th, will Scott What will Scott's announcement be? Stay tuned in the next few episodes.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, Scott. So we kind of got our, not $1 Million Man, our
Everybody has a price.
Everybody has a price list kind of backwards, but we do have one to play tonight.
Yeah, communication clearly is our strong point, Jeff.
Yes. As that song said, there is a communication breakdown.
Right.
Yes.
Right. If we've learned anything in 500 episodes, folks, it's how to communicate properly, just not with each other.
All right. So you are doing the list that you had done for the Mount Rushmore.
Correct. I priced that out with eBay sold listings, the most recent.
What I did is, since this is episode 500, I wanted to go back to our original love, LJNs.
Ooh, I like it. Okay.
And I wanted to pull the last 4 sold listings.
Okay.
You go first with your Mattel, and then we'll jump over to the LJNs.
Okay. What's really interesting, Jeff, is obviously almost 10 years into the show, prices in 2016 versus prices in 2020.
Yep.
Versus prices in 2025.
Yep.
It is the weirdest wave to see some of these things, because I went and priced some of these out and I go, you got to be kidding me. Back in 2020, these things were like way up there. Even like 2022, we're still up there. Now, and I think there's going to be an argument to be made, especially for that King Harley race. How much did you pay for yours, or did you trade for yours?
I think I traded.
Okay, because I know in some cases they were selling for $200.
They were up to $300.
Okay, got it. So with that said, Jeff, I'll throw out the names again. So I don't know if you have pen and paper or if you're just going to freeball this one. Okay, Macho Man Slim Jim.
Okay.
Defining Moments Crow Sting.
Got it.
Elite Flashback Series 3 Harley Race.
Got it.
King Harley Race. And the Coliseum Collection Roddy Piper. Now, what I did on the Roddy Piper, just for clarity's sake here, is the Coliseum Collection is a 2-pack right now that you can get on Mattel Creations. He comes with George the Animal Steel, which is also the ultimate George the Animal Steel figure. You will never need to buy another one ever again. Like, that George Steel it comes with mine. I love it. But what I did is people had broken the set apart to have just Piper. So I pulled a listing on Piper himself. And then I also have the price that you can still go onto Mattel Creations and buy him at. But I priced out Piper solo.
Okay.
Carded, not opened. Okay. That's just for clarity's sake for you.
Okay.
So do you want to guess which one would be? Do you want to go high or low? Do you want to start at the most expensive or lowest?
Actually, before I start guessing, do you want to go over the rules of the game, how it works out?
Oh, yeah. So basically, I just gave Jeff 4 names. And what Jeff is going to do is he's going to start either at the most expensive or at the least expensive and work his way either down the list or up the list, depending on where he starts at. And then based on that position, he's going to try to guess the dollar amount of the figure.
Yep, that's it. Okay. I think I'm going to go lowest to highest.
Okay, so you're going to start at the low bar.
I'm going to start at the low bar. Now, you pulled the Harley figure that was re-released, not the original Then, Now, and Forever, correct?
No, the original. This is the original, yes.
Which was Then, Now, and Forever, right?
Yeah, Elite Flashback, Then, Now, Forever, yes.
Elite Flashback, okay. All right. That Harley's been re-released.
Yes, it has. And that's important to note.
Man, this is a good list, actually. For the least, I'm going to say Harley.
And that would be correct.
Oh, now I've got to guess the price.
Yep. And this is where there's going to be an argument to be made that re-releases are affecting old carded values, which I don't care. But people who bought these things as investments, they definitely care. Because I'm more of the opinion of everybody should get every figure they want. So if it's a re-release, who cares? Let them get what they want.
Okay, so this is the lowest. Going to say Harley is $69.
You're way too high.
Way too high.
Yes.
And this is the original. This was the unicorn.
The original. Yes, the unicorn Harley. Yes. That like you could not find. So if you're fairly new to the show and you weren't collecting figures back in, this would have been 2018. This figure was impossible to find. If you hit Walmart, you maybe found one or two of this series, the Elite Series 3 Flashback, then Now Forever set. You maybe found one or two of that series on the pegs, but you never, ever found Harley Race. He was impossible to find. Jeff calls him the unicorn for a reason. You never saw him.
Wow, way too high. This figure was selling for $300.
Right. I know. That's why I said when I saw the sales value, I was like, whoa. And this is most recent sold. Okay. I'll say it sold on July 31st, but that doesn't help you. But just for reference sake, it sold about 3 weeks ago.
Okay. You said I'm way too high. So I'm going to say $33.
You were almost right on the money. $34.99.
Wow.
10 times the difference, dude, that's how far this thing has dropped. Obviously time, because we're in a different market now, but also the re-release, I think, really affected the value of this thing because you can literally get a mirror image of it in that Vault series figure. Or was it Vault?
I can't remember.
Or was it an Elite Greatest Hits? I think Elite Greatest Hits is what it was.
I have it in the other room, and I meant to pop it open because I already have the original, but original ain't worth much anymore. God.
No, it's not a Vault. It's an Elite Greatest Hits. But again, I didn't think it would be a big deal. And I said this on the show when it first started to happen with the re-releases, the carding is going to be different. And I really didn't think that it would affect the value that much. Boy, was I wrong, because this is 10 times less than the high market value that this thing was going for when it originally was unfindable on the pegs.
Okay, now I'm really torn for the second and third spots. Just because I know I'm gonna say one and it's gonna be the other. It's just one of those things. I know it's gonna happen. So for going up the list for the next highest, I'm gonna, oh man, is it Sting? Because we've had plenty of Sting figures. I'm gonna go Sting.
That's incorrect.
Is it Piper?
It is.
Okay. So that set we ordered was what?
$70.
$70. People just wanted Piper. So I'm going to say Piper sold for $52.
You're close, but you're too high.
Piper sold for $48.
On August 4th, Roddy Piper by himself from the Coliseum collection sold for $42.95.
95. Okay. So which means Sting is next up on the list.
By the way, you can get that set, Piper and George Steele, on Mattel Creations right now for $49, Jeff.
You get George Steele for $7.
Pretty much.
And you get mine with a George Steele figure for
yes,
an extra $7.
Roddy Piper and mine that also comes with a George Steele figure.
All right, so the next one is Sting, Defining Moment.
That is correct.
I'm gonna say $58.
Too low.
Okay, I'm gonna go $74.
Still too low.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna say $93.
You're close. On August 19th, so 2 days ago from the recording date here, August 19th sold for $87.50.
And 50 cents, okay. Which means Macho Slim Jim last sold for $127.
Too high.
Too high? Okay. $108.
Right on the money.
Oh, all right.
On August 17th, sold for $108.
Wow. I knew I was in a flip-flop Sting and Piper. I knew it. All right. Okay. That was fun, man. I forgot how fun this game is.
Yes. And so you're right. We have gotten a lot of Sting figures, Jeff. In my opinion, not enough. We still need more. Like, just keep bringing Stings.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fine.
Absolutely.
It's fine. And what I want to see, Jeff, is I want to see Jazzwares do another Blade Runner Sting, because that Blade Runner Sting that they did was a limited.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see them just do a straight release of that Blade Runner Sting. And I want Mattel to do the Mega Powers handshake with them and put out the Ultimate Warrior in the Blade Runner's gear. And that, to me, are two that I would need to open. That's DTOF worthy.
It's DTOF worthy.
Yeah. Hey, those guys were greener than cow shit when they hit the ring. But there's not enough that you can say for how toyetic they look. So figures of them together, a Blade Runner set that's never happened, would just be awesome. Because I've got the Mattel 2-pack sitting up on the wall of Sting and Warrior in their individual looks, Crow Sting and Ultimate Warrior in his WWF look, that Sting signed and wrote Blade Runners on. And I would love to have figures of that.
And he went 2 different colors, green and blue on that one. I love it.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And I asked him, and I thought he was going to be like, that'll be an extra blah, blah, blah. He just did it.
Somebody sent me a reel where this guy was like meeting Sting for the first time. And he chummed it up with Sting, like him and yeah. And I was like, wow, that's the complete opposite of what Sting was doing with Scott. It was like, oh, this is creepy. This is creepy.
Please make him go away.
I feel uncomfortable.
Is that a tear in his eye? Son of a...
All right. Okay. So what I did is I went back to our roots. I went back to LJNs. And what I did is I pulled the last 4 carded sold listings of LJNs. The cards are a little beat up. They're not the best, but they're still in passable condition.
So we're not talking graded cards here.
No, not even close.
Okay. Got it.
The 4 figures that last sold: King Kong Bundy, LJN; Roddy Piper, LJN; Hulk Hogan Series 1, LJN.
See, Hogan's tricky.
Series
people
1
are still... Okay.
Series 1, Hulk Hogan, LJN.
The iconic, the logo of our hobby, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
And SD Jones with the yellow shirt.
In yellow, not red.
Correct.
The one we didn't have.
Correct. The one you did not steal. So, do you want to go high to low or low to high?
I'm going to go low to high.
Low to high? Okay.
The Bundy was still attached to the card, huh?
Yep.
After all these years, must be laying flat. That's good glue. Can I bounce around? Not physically, but I mean in the list that I give you. I don't want to physically bounce around. That's exercise. I hate that shit. But can I bounce around the list a little bit?
Well, that would kind of throw things off. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't, but...
All right, well, let me flip it. I'm going to go high to low.
You're going to go high to low?
Yeah, and based on his recent passing, I'm going to say Hogan Series 1 was the most expensive.
And you would be incorrect.
Really? Wow, I thought that was the lock on the list. All right, well, then I'm going to flip it and go the other way.
Okay.
SD Jones in yellow was the cheapest.
So you're flipping the whole
I'm
list.
flipping it.
You're going low to high.
Now I'm going to go low to high, and I'm saying it starts with SD Jones.
And you are correct. Would you like to take a guess? Carded LJN SD Jones. Yellow shirt.
$76.
You are way, way too low.
Too low? Wow. Okay. I like that. I like it. Way too low.
Way too low.
Okay. 110.
Again, way too low.
Holy crap. Okay, I apparently don't know my LJN values, folks.
Carded LJNs you don't know.
Holy crap. Okay. 173.
Okay, now you're just low. You're not way too low. You're just low.
Holy crap. And this is the cheapest.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. I need to completely skew my numbers here. I did not think that these things were still going for this much money.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. How much of this is attributable to the big rubber guys?
Wait, what do you mean?
People getting back into going to collect the old LJNs carded because the big rubber guys have sparked that love again.
No, LJNs carded have always been up there. Now they may have increased a little bit more, and that may be because of Mattel That could be because of the BRGs. That could be a Toonie. But they've always seemed to be on the higher side. These are better looking cards. Like, I don't know if you'll find anything better than these than what we saw today, or what I saw today, I should say. But
okay.
I don't know how much of it would be from the BRGs, Toonie, and Mattel.
Okay. 192 on SD Jones.
Last sold today for $189.50.
189 for SD Jones.
Correct.
Okay, so that's my low bar.
That's your low bar.
All right.
So what you want to do is you want to guess the next highest, as you are going low to high right now.
Okay, I wouldn't consider any of the next three guys necessarily rare. Carded specimens might be rare, but when they released, none of these were rare. They were mass quantities.
You said release specimen.
I did. Hogan Series 1 would be the next up on the list.
And you would be incorrect.
Damn. All right. Then it was Bundy.
Again, you would be incorrect.
Holy crap, it's Piper. Dude, I'm awful at this game.
What is going on with you?
I don't know. I don't know my LJN carded pricing at all.
Man, I went back in time to LJNs for us, and now you are completely shit in the bed.
It's almost like I did homework for another segment. It's really weird.
All right. So, as said, it is Roddy Piper. What is your price for Roddy Piper carded?
So, if SD Jones is 189, I'm going to guess Piper was 234.
You are way low.
Low on Piper at 234.
Correct.
297.
Almost dead on. Last sold, Roddy Piper carded LJN August 18th for $299.99.
Wow. Dude. Because I keep going back to that white shirt Hogan that you almost got for $1,000.
And I wish I would have done that too.
Oh,
anyway,
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I wish I did. What
was that, an 85 graded?
It was an 85 graded, yeah.
Man. Okay. So Hogan, obviously the next one is going to be Hogan because Bundy's the most expensive. So I've got my Hogan is now the second highest. Bundy is the first highest.
Correct.
See, Hogan's a tricky one. I would like to see the bell curve on that. Not the bell end. I don't need to see that. But I would like to see the bell curve on on the Hogan sales, right? Because that's a weird one to price right now with his recent passing. Piper's $299. Hogan's got to be $376.
Oh, you were actually pretty close, dude.
Okay.
A carded LJN Hulk Hogan Series 1 in the yellow trunks. The price is $388. Last sold August 18th on 19 bids.
Wow. Okay, so these things are jumping like $100 every figure.
Yes, but don't think that for Bundy.
Okay. If they weren't in, because I always get my series of LJNs mixed up. Bundy, I think, was after Piper.
Mm-hmm. Because the first series was Hogan, Andre, Snuka,
Stud,
Nikolai, Sheik.
I thought the original series was only 5 figures.
I thought the original series was
Or was
8.
that the card back?
Do I have to want me to call Brian right now?
No, no, don't call Brian. This isn't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We're not phoning a friend.
Oh, phone a friend.
If only I had a tiny...
Okay, wait. Go ahead and look it up. I want to see if I can name it. Because I think it was 8 figures. And I want to say Piper was part of the original. Or was he series 2?
You know what website I'm going to use here, Jeff?
Pornhub? To see if there's LJNs on there? That's freaky, but I get it.
We did talk about releasing the specimen.
Yeah. We're gonna flog the big rubber guy.
Okay, interesting. It says there's 21 in series 1.
That can't be right.
Andre Stud. So I'm going off a Wrestling Figure Database series 1 LJN.
Did you go by series?
Yeah. I filtered by series, and I checked series 1.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
Andre, Stud, Hillbilly Jim, Hogan, Sheik, Snuka, JYD, Multicolored Chains.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Nikolai Volkov, Roddy Piper. Oh, but he's got the bendies in here.
He's got the bendies listed. I just saw that.
Okay, so it's not 21. But yeah, that is your series 1 is Piper, Sheik and Volkov, JYD, Snuka, Hogan, Hillbilly Jim, Andre, and Big John Studd. And I bet that puts Bundy then in series 2.
Which it does.
Okay. Oh, yeah, and he leads off with the bendies here on the list. Okay, yeah, Beefcake Valentine, there's Bundy and Orndorff. Okay.
Brian is so disappointed in us right now.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, the figures that we loved and we touted since the first episode, we just got schooled on.
Well, let me go to Wikipedia real quick because I remember seeing a different list where it showed some of those guys in series 2. Because when we first started, we had to go off of Wikipedia. Let's see. So, wrestling superstars.
Back in the 80s?
No, and I said when we first started the show.
Oh, first started the show. Oh. I thought back in the 80s.
Yeah,
I was like...
back in the 80s, we used Wikipedia before anybody even knew what that was. Okay, no, it does show that. Okay, so that's right. Okay, so series 2 was Andre with short hair, Beefcake, Steele, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Bundy, and Orndorff. Okay, and then series 1. Okay, I always thought the series 1 was the original 5. Anyway, because there were the card back differences in they showed a different number of guys. Anyway, Bundy, Piper's at just call it 3. Or I'm sorry, Hogan is at 388. Just call it 400. I'm gonna put Bundy at $446.
You're way too high.
Oh, too high. Okay, I was trying to hit like a halfway mark. 422.
Still high.
Wow, it's pretty close then. 409.
Still too high. Would you like to stop guessing, or would you like me to?
No, I'll go one more. 403.
Yeah, you're closer. King Kong Bundy last sold August 20th. For $399.99.
Oh, so $11 more than okay.
Yeah. That's why I told you don't think that high.
Okay, got it. What we have found, Jeff, is I really, really suck at this game.
Yeah, that's why we stopped playing it.
Right. Gosh, why did they get rid of that segment? I loved it, and then now they're like, "Oh yeah, this is why."
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Brian is so disappointed in us right now. He's like, "Well, he's gonna text me and he's gonna be like, can you take my voice message off? I'm gonna send you a C&D.
500 episodes of bullshit.
Historians, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm kidding. We love you, Brian. But yeah, that's the everybody has a price segment that it was similar to another segment we used to do. I can't remember. There was like 2 segments we had going on that were very similar.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember. So we had to drop one of them. Was it Godfather's Hat or something like that?
Oh yeah, you loved Godfather's Hat.
Yeah.
And then we had Points of Articulation.
We had Points of Articulation. What was Godfather's Hat? It would spit out a name and
we would basically talk about the figure and rate it.
Oh, that's right. Anyways.
Yeah, and the paper that you would draw out smelled like vanilla and shame because, you know.
Yeah, the crows got
like the
to
strip
it.
club. The crows got to it.
Yeah. The crows weren't even around at that time.
Right.
One of our listeners made a crow, like they crocheted a crow and sent it to me. I'm gonna send that
That's
to.
awesome.
I'm gonna send that to Justin Summers.
Thinking of you. Caw!
It was their first time ever crocheting, so the crow came out like deformed and stuff, and it was great.
I loved it.
Dude, I loved it, dude. I love that thing. But I may
like it looks like the type of crow that'd be hanging out around the rub and tugs.
Yeah, exactly. It's how
shady crow.
Creepy going in at like midnight and stuff. Yeah. Anyways.
That's great.
But that rounds out the 500th episode of the Fully Poseable Wrestling Figure Podcast. As Scott said, next week we will have Ryan Buds on. Want to thank all of our friends. You know, we did the whatchamacallit, the Romper Room IC thing, but if we left anybody out, don't think it was on purpose. We just trying
Seth
to get
and Sheena, good friends of the show. Throw them out for sure. Chick Foley show. They've been great.
Rob Royce, who was on last year's Summer Saying a Dude Love.
Yeah.
Big Dave. You know, he's a jerk for coming over and throwing everything out and throwing all the boxes to the side, but you know what? We still love him. So, but you know what? Thank you to everybody over the 500 episodes. You know, this has meant a lot to us. So we've already said our thank yous and everything, but truly from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you guys.
Absolutely. 100%. We can't say it enough. And if you're sick of hearing it, you know, we're going to keep doing it anyway.
Yes, exactly. So thank you again to Justin Summers, Legendary Brian, and Ethan for sending in their audio questions, and JT for sending in his questions. Scott, that rounds out episode 500. Anything else?
Stay safe, stay healthy. Fig License 2016, and happy toy hunting. And happy 500 episodes, brother. Well done the last 500.
Thank you. The bags under my eyes have got deeper.
We've all gotten older, but it's been fun.
Yeah. Health problems, dude. They rise daily now.
We're literally turning into old men in front of the listeners.
Oh, You've
seen it happen over the last 10 years. It's great.
That was one of the things we were talking about at TB Toycast. We were talking about the LJNs, and the day that they drop at Target, it's going to be a bunch of 40-year-old dudes and 50-year-old dudes just standing in front of them, just going, oh, you know, stuff like that.
Dude, it's going to be great to hear about all the pulled hamstrings of guys trying to run back to get these LJNs and falling halfway there. Like,
Grin, took the breath away. Oh,
give me an ice pack. Where's the icy hot?
Oh man, it's going to be hilarious. But so I want to do a new outro. I want to have a new catchphrase for the outro, but I'm going to think of that and I'm going to come up with it next week.
So you got to tune in just to see what Jeff's outro is going to be.
Exactly. And I know I'm going to botch it just like I did at the beginning of the show.
They're going to tune in next week. You're going to be like, suck it, Marks.
But for episode 500, I want to thank everybody that has ever tuned into the show, downloaded the show. Hashtag Fig Life. Adios.
Yeah. Fully poseable. Let's go. Jeff and Scott, the Toon Brothers, busting out the ring, but we don't take it out the box. MOC. Happy toy hunting. We'll see you next week with the OGs of WFP. Fully poseable. Thank you all for listening. It ain't no storyline, real life siblings. So everybody go and do your toy spotting. Hashtag Fig Life. Adios from the Kings.